Hello again, and it's time for another project. Today we're going to do some scroll sawing on this snake. Basically cut it out of this piece of wood which is 20 inches by 9 inch, and the actual snake will be 8 inches once we've cut him out. It's a nice 1.25 inches thick, so there's plenty to go out. This is free wood that I get. I think it's scaffolding boards or something, I'm not really too sure what it is, but it's for free, so I'm quite happy to use it. Now normally I would put on my template the paper, put some carbon paper underneath and literally draw on this. But for this one I've gone to the other method which a lot of scrollers use, and that's literally to put down painter's tape, which is the blue tape you can see there. Line it all with that, and then we spray on some glue like so. Any spray glue, you can do the glue stick if you wanted to, and then we basically stick that down. Now that's ready to go. What I want to do with this one, normally you would come in from the side and then just start cutting it out. I made a pilot hole just in the nose there, because once this is cut out, depending what the backgrounds are like, I'd like to use that on another project. So we're going to try and cut this out and see if we can slide it out in one piece. If we're having trouble getting it out, we'll just have to cut into these sides and open it up that way, and that's the end of project number 2. For the blades, I'm going to use spiral blades. These are pinless spiral blades, and then for my saw I need these adapter clamps. They are a bit of a pain to use if you're doing a lot of holes, but we'll just have the one hole to do, and we'll literally go around all this in one piece. Good thing about spiral blades, you can cut up, down, left, right. So once that's in that pilot hole, I can just literally just feed that along like that without having to turn it, and turn it, and turn it. And because the wood's so big, you wouldn't even get that turned round on my 13-inch scroll saw. Okay, like I say, I've drilled the hole. So what we need to do is feed the spiral blade through that hole, set it up on the saw, and we'll cut this one out. Right, we managed to cut round that in one piece. Remember, it's 1.25 inches, so it's quite thick. But the Pegas number 5 spiral blade cuts through it nice if you go nice and steady. And you can see there, we've gone all the way round. That's not the problem. The problem is trying to get this out. So I might find it easier to remove the packing first, the blue tape and stuff. We'll literally just pull all this off like so, and then we'll come back and see if we can get this snake out of here. Right, I've removed all the tape. That is still in there pretty tight, and that's only because the Pegas blades, just the way they cut, they get a lot of dust, sawdust inside. But it's movable. You can just see there, but I don't want to break any of this. If I wasn't going to use this background for another project, I would literally just cut it across there and we'll just slide this off, no problem. So we're going to have to work on this one a little bit, but we will get it. We'll persevere. Right, we'll give it a general sanding over, nothing too fantastic, just to get rid of those sawdust and all the rest of it. Now we're going to have this as the back, just because it's got a knot there. This will be the top of the snake. All I want to do now is go around both sides with one of these pieces. They're designed for curving the edge round, should I say, curving the edge of the wood round, and we'll literally run round this. They do have a little bearing in there, and that turns freely, and the idea is you just set it up in the router at a depth that you need, something like that, and that bearing runs along there like so, and we'll literally go round it all. There's one place here it's a bit tight to get in, but we might just squeeze through, and I just round it off a little bit more. But then we'll get the dremel burrs out with the sanding drums and really go to town on this and just try and round out this top bit, and then we'll work on fitting the head down. Okay, I went around that top and bottom. There's not a lot to see, it's just enough to round it off. A lot of this will be sanded down anyway, but it just makes our work just a little bit less, and you get the general shape of the snake a bit more. Now that's going to be the top, so this will have more shaping to do yet, and it's literally going to be a case of a good old mouse sander and a rotary tool of some description. I'm just going to use a Dremel with plenty of sanding drums on. We've got plenty to go at, so what we can do now is just get it all set up and start doing some carving out, sanding out should I say, get a good shape to it, and then we'll concentrate on the face, and then we'll get this tail piece and just thin it down the best we can. We don't want to go too thin because it will just make it a bit delicate, and it's an outside piece. So I'll work on this, and we'll work on it, and we'll work on it a bit more. We'll get shape eventually. Right, I've gone round as much as I want to with my little engraving bits. These just purchased off eBay, Amazon. Just put in Dremel type engraving bits, and they're really cheap. I think they're more for glass and plastic and slate, but they will work ideally on wood just as easy, no problem whatsoever. Now I've gone all the way around. I won't like to say how many times I've speckled this one. 3/4 down the side. We've left the base as it is. When we come to paint it, we put on 2 different types of paint just to break up that bottom bit. And he's totally covered in those speckles, as you can see. Now on the face, I've done the best I can. I've never claimed to be a master carver. What kind of snake is it? I have no idea. Once it's done, he does have a heart on his head there. So this is going to be a heart-headed snake. Very rare, not been discovered yet, but it will look like this once it's been discovered, I can guarantee you. Okay, we're time to throw some paints on. Just painter's touch, nothing fantastic. I don't even have a green. I'm going to do mostly green on this one. So I'll just mix and match and just make up and some kind of colouring. I'll get this painted and come back when it's done. I'm sure we've all seen people painting wood before. We're not missing anything there. Right, that's it. This little project is finished. As you've seen, I gave a couple of coats of this, just give it a nice little bit of a shine. And there we have him. It's all done. Just acrylic paints, front and back. Nice yellow on the back. What kind of snake it is, I have no idea. Don't think it's been discovered, this one, yet. When it is discovered, it will be the red-hearted headed snake. And that's him done. So, scroll saw, dremel work, 20-inch by 8-inch, red-hearted headed snake. Thank you very much for watching. We'll go and find an home for him.